Hello and welcome to the first ever Dashfit Premier League post-match analysis. And wow, what a game it was! Melvin and Ravi all at each other's throats, and they were like really going in there, giving in their best to compete and win. And even the other people in the gym were like, who is coming first? Kiska kitna score hua? It was so exciting. And now, when we look back, there are certain things that we realize that it will be very beneficial for the future Dashford Premier League athletes to just get a feel of how the match went, and what are the analysis that we have here to present. So let's first look at how Melvin fared. So Melvin, he performed the following exercises. He did bicep curl. He did one set of bicep curl. Deadlifts, he did 3 sets. Dumbbell bench press, he did 7 sets. Lats pull down, 1 set. Leg presses, he did a lot. 9 sets of leg presses he did. Squats, he did twice. And now when you look at Ravi, what things he focused on. He did 3 sets of bicep curl, 2 deadlift sets, 4 dumbbell bench press sets, 4 dumbbell rows sets. Hammer curl he did once, and leg extension he did twice. Also, he did leg presses 5 times, squats he did 3 times, and standing calf raises also he did once. So this is how these both planned their exercises in the match. So when we just compare both these guys, Melvin did 23 exercises in his 40-minute span, whereas when we talk about Ravi did 25. The variety of exercises performed, of course, Melvin did focused on just 6 exercises, and Ravi tried to do a lot of exercises, and he did actually 9 exercises. Now, if you compare how each of them scored muscle by muscle, neither of them really focused on the abs while apart. Neither of them did planks or crunches or anything like that. So their abdomen score is pretty low, while Melvin's score is 0. Ravi still did to manage, still managed to get some score for his abs. He got 4. Lower back, Melvin had 7, and Ravi was able to do 14. When coming to lats, both of them had a similar score of 10. Now when we move to biceps, that is where Ravi focused a lot. Of course, he did a lot of bicep curls and hammer curl stuff. So uh, he did 13. Melvin scored 13 in bicep curl, and Ravi scored 34. So that was good. When we move to the bigger muscles like chest, Melvin had a score of 73, and Ravi was there in 43. Glutes, Melvin scored 232, and Ravi scored 107. When you talk about shoulders, Melvin had a score of 24, and Ravi had a score of 19. Triceps, uh, Melvin had a better score because of the more number of bench presses. Where in bench presses we consider the chest, shoulders, and triceps, all 3 muscles get activated. So that definitely would have helped Melvin get a better tricep score of 49 versus what Ravi scored is 30. In hamstrings, again 226 is what Melvin scored, and Ravi scored 99 in comparison. Quadriceps, if we talk about, Melvin had a score of 311 versus Ravi's score of 159. I think Ravi realized it at a later stage, that he should focus more on the big muscles, and doing leg presses will definitely give him a jump in the score. But that's all part of learning, part of strategy. Definitely, in the coming matches, these strategies can be used. Calves, Melvin did not focus on calves, so there was no score that Melvin has on calves. Ravi did one standing calf raises, which would have given him a score of 3. Hip flexors, Melvin hip flexors were not moved that much, but Ravi still had a score of 2 over there. Forearms, again, Ravi had a better score of 12, whereas Melvin had a score of 5. So, and then obliques and tibialis, again, Ravi had, opened his account and Melvin did not, fare that much. So, when we talk about Dashfit Premier League, the big muscles, they carry uh, bigger weightage as compared to the smaller muscles. So I think as a strategy, Melvin understood it and he focused more on the bigger muscles. And if you can see, although Ravi had done a lot of workouts, more workouts rather, in comparison to Melvin, but his focus was still on the smaller muscles, which is why his score was on the lower side. Um as a strategy, it should be a combination of both, where your bigger muscles, if they are tired, then only move to the smaller muscles. But that is, again, like I mentioned earlier, it's part of the learning curve, and that is how the learning happens. So congratulations to Melvin. The way he planned, he strategized his exercises. Those were like spot on, and so the key strategies, that a person can, implement in the coming National Premier League matches. I've just tried to put it in 4 different blocks. The first is big muscles, big score. Of course, focus should be on big muscles activation. The big muscles will always give you a better score. So maybe try to get the first half, or the time when you're actually very active, those that is the time when you should actually focus on getting more weight, lifting more weight with big muscles, which will give you a better score. Extra time usage. So one thing I did realize is, the neither of the players, did use that. If at all you are a Dashfit Premier League athlete, and you know that you are not that good in lifting heavy weights and all that stuff, this is a lifeline for you. What you can do is, the 40 minutes time that you have, to perform your exercises, just take 6.5 minutes out of it. Try to run 1 kilometer on a treadmill, and that gives you 15 minutes of additional time. You can use this 15 minutes of additional time to make up for make up by doing more repetitions with a lower weight or a smaller weight. So that is something that, in this match, neither of them used, but that's something that definitely can be done. Functional and plank exercise variations. This again was not used that much by either of the athletes. Um, Having said that, of course, they did have both of them had a good score, but again, if as an athlete, that you're not good in lifting heavy weights, just use your body weight and try to do some functional exercises. Try to get in some pull-ups, which does not need any weight, any weight inputs from for getting a score. And also, pull-ups, push-ups, and even planks for that matter. You just have to uh, you know hold the plank for a minute or two, and that will definitely give you a good score. So these are some strategies that were not used, and it will be very interesting to see how in the future matches, these strategies are used. And of course, the last but not the least, another strategy that can be used is, giving adequate rest to the muscles. So if a particular muscle is fatigued, it is always advisable to move to the other muscle exercises. And this is something, um, you know. Ravi and Melvin both had been doing. Ravi realized this strategy in the second half, so he did it, very convincingly over there. And Melvin had, learned from whatever Ravi was doing in the first half, and he had started using the strategy right from the first half. So. So this is how they were doing. So say they were doing one set of leg press. They know that their legs will not be able to take much load. Then they were quickly moving on to dumbbell bench press, and then they know that the legs are again have taken enough rest. So then again they were moving to leg press, then again moving to dumbbell rows or lat pull down. So this is how they were planning the exercises. So they were not never really focusing on just doing one exercise and taking a break and then again moving on to the second exercise. So this is one strategy that has allowed the scoring to keep on ticking with every second. And since it's a time bound game, this strategy is very important and needs to be made sure from a you know so this is how you can do. And from a planning perspective, uh, if at all you're planning to play the next Dashfit Premier League match, you need to know what are your strengths, where which muscles are your strengths and where you don't really get fatigued, and play to your strengths. Somebody might not be lifting weights at all, but is good in function. Let them focus on functional. The way the scoring mechanism is made, it ensures that all the muscles are calibrated in a manner that it rewards all kinds of exercises. So that is it from my side, from the first post match analysis of Dashford Premier League. Uh, Please share your thoughts on what else should have been done, how else the game can be played, and how we can make it more interesting and more rewarding. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Bye bye.